Right, hello and welcome to Viervelden, this wonderful new map from OmaTana, new and different. I don't think we've seen anything quite like this map. Basically it's just 4 big fields in the center of the map. We'll just pick up the PDF and have a quick look. It's just basically a big square, 4 big square fields in the middle. We own field 1, the object and field 5. And then around the edges, we have all the productions, the shops, etc. So basically 4 straight roads around the inside. Around the outside, should I say, and then the inside, the roads between the 4 fields. The object of this series is to own all 4 fields and not necessarily work them, but own them. They cost just over 400,000 each. 421, 324 for each of those. Right, we can purchase any of the other fields that we want to. We can deliver to anywhere we want to. We are playing on 3 times speed, which cannot be changed. We're going to be playing on that all the time. We can, however, sleep if we have finished a day's work, particularly, I suppose, in the winter time. As I said, we can buy all fields. We can deliver to anywhere, the exception being the on-map BGA. For that, if you wanted to deliver, if we wanted to deliver to the BGA, we would need to buy it first. There is, however, a smaller BGA that you can deliver to if you want to, if the price is right, basically. The other, I don't want to say quirk, but the other interesting thing about this map is that on our farm we have a a more than full production facility that pretty much can produce everything that you need on the map. So we will be utilizing that to its fullest extent, obviously to make as much money as quickly as possible to be able to buy those fields. We're not allowed to use any loans. We can use workers. We're using very limited mods. So basically we're going to be utilizing, the idea is to as far as possible, use the new starter equipment. The exception is that I have allowed some auto-load trailers and the auto-load mod. I've also allowed the stone picker trailer and the ELHO stone picker as mods. Those are basically, and the toolbox, just in case we have a problem somewhere on the fields. The other mod that we're using, I've got in action, let's put it that way, the additional field info mod, courseplay mod, the easy development mod, start engine mod. Seasons are off, so we're not playing precision farming, and workers are allowed. So that's basically, so it's very straightforward and very limited game. The idea is to see how quickly, with generally speaking, a couple of slight modifications, how quickly we can buy the rest of the fields with the equipment that we start with. And the equipment that we start with is reasonable. Let's go and have a look at that. So we start off reasonable, actually, it's good. So let's go medium tractors, the Datesvar, 8 to 80 TTV, nice tractor, 280 horses, Class X in 870. So we're playing Viervelden, so these are basically European, we're using European equipment basically. If you play on 4 fields, a lot of that is American equipment, of course. I don't know the differences between the two in terms of playing, but I think it should be pretty simple. Pretty similar. Dear. My feeling is that this map looks easy, but I think you get snookered by size and time. That's why I've decided to play at a reasonably slow time period, but not, but to keep it fixed so that we can feel those time pressures if they do come about. Big tractors, we've got the Fendt Vario 942, should I say, 415 horses. Nice tractor as well. Right, we've got a man lorry truck and harvesters. Harvesters I feel are maybe a bit small, especially capacity wise. 10,000 litres for the size of that field, but that's what we start with. That's what we've got to work with. Front end loader, also feel that's a bit small, but we're not going to really be dealing with bales. We're really just going to be dealing pellets with that, I think. The reason why I say we're not going to be dealing with bales is because there's basically TMR and storage facility on the farm to deal with loose grass, hay, or side, and the ability to make silage and TMR all in that facility. The pickup, not sure we really need that, so we could sell it if we wanted to raise a little bit of extra money. Trailers, the SK30 1050, lovely trailer, and we've got the man to pull that, of course, in the Farm Tech, also great trailer. So the trailer's pretty good. Bale loader, I think I'm going to probably swap out the bale loader for one of the auto balers or the auto loaders to handle the pallets that we will be generating. Forage wagon, pretty happy with that. There are bigger ones, but that'll do. We might have to change that out as we go along to become more efficient, because we're going to be carrying a lot of stuff into the farm. The mowers, good enough. Fertilizer spreader, this is where I think we're going to start running into some problems, and we might have to rethink the fertilizer spreader. I'm not too worried about the width. It's the volume of fertilizer that it can hold, the capacity. Too low, I think. We'll have to see what we can do there. I did find in one of my other series that sometimes you can put a trailer behind the fertilizer and it'll load it. So we might try that. We'll see. Don't know if it'll work though. Seeders. I think this could be very slow seeding. 6 meter width on the size of fields that we have. Cultivator. 8.4. That's okay. This is where I think we have another slight problem, but only 10 meter width. But that's what we have. That's what we have to work with. Trailer for water and milk. Then front loader equipment, pallet fork, pretty much can do everything except shovel. header trailer, I'm not sure we really need here, and some weights. Right, so let's get this onto a worker straight away and get going. So we're at 9:27 now after we are in, just make sure that we are still in easy mode. Yeah. So it's not really going to make much difference to us in terms of money. I don't think we're going to be making much money to start with. Right. Let's put that onto a worker. Why do I have this problem? You have to be in the field. So you have to destroy some of your field just to get this to work. Pretty sure I've seen people just kind of be right next to the field. But hey, c'est la vie. Let's go. We go in. Oh man. Actually, let's just let it run on a normal worker. I think there's plenty of space to turn around on this map. Right, so let's get a trailer and a tractor. I think we'll put the shall we put the smallest tractor we've got on, which is the Duitsvaar. Get the trailer onto that. Yeah, so this is very typical OmaTana type. It's exactly the map that you would expect from OmaTana in terms of the, if you look at all her wonderful mods. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. I don't think that's going to make it all the way back up here. Oh, we've got to get into that. We should be putting a swath out for that. Stop that. Let's just go a little bit further back. That's better. That's just for now. Collect the wheat for this first pass. Hopefully it can do a full pass without having to be emptied out. I suppose we should have let it run to see if it would. So a very interesting map. I had just a little squiz around the map beforehand, I haven't played anything. I've purposely not watched any of the map tours, just because I didn't want to start forming plans too far in advance. So I came in, I spent about 20 minutes just driving around, did pick up a couple of things, and of course plans did form. So one of the things that we're going to buy very early on is the big garden, which is next to the BGA. It's reasonably priced, and we're going to buy that as soon as, well, it's going to be our first port of call. We're just going to run it just on water for the minute, for now, should I say. For the minute, it'll be for longer than a minute. Just to start getting the productions from there. Sugar mainly, because we want to get the bakery going. We want to get producing as much as we can with the on-farm facilities that we have. We're going to have to also get some cows, get some milk going. We might have to put some chickens in somewhere. But as we look at the recipes, we try and fulfill those recipes. We'll have a look and see how much we can accommodate ourselves. Yeah, so it looks like we should be able to get basically a full pass through without having to, which is good because it means I can then take this to the top, park it there, go and do something, and then by the time the harvester gets to the top, it should be just about full, either just before the end of the pass or just after the end of the pass, which leaves the lorry in the right place then. So I think we'll park this one at the top, and we'll go and jump in the man. We'll park that at the other end, then hopefully that way we can cover both ends of the pass. Let's leave that for there for now. Just run across the road and pick up the man. Go and drop it off down at the bottom. Good thing we're putting this on the forward. Look at this thing go down, yeah. The land is super flat. There's no bumps at all in it. I'm kind of thinking this is going to be challenge, a challenge. I'm trying to work out in my mind exactly how I feel about the map. All I knew is that I was excited to try and play it, and that in itself is good. Okay, so now the next thing I do is come jump out of here. I jump into the van. I'm going to go and buy that. speed on down there. Yes, I think this map is going to be all about some simultaneous actions, about getting things done in while you're doing something else, basically. And I think as we go through, that's going to become more and more difficult. Oh, where was it? Where was it? Yep, here it is, yeah. Let's buy that. She's probably going to have to put water in here. So that puts us over there. We're on the wrong map. 26, so 35,000. So that's reasonable to buy. Yes. Right. Where is the... I think it's in this gate. Let's go and have a look. We'll just go down here. And okay, so tomatoes. I don't think we'll need that to start with. So let's deactivate that. Lettuce, let's deactivate that. Strawberries we'll need. Potatoes. I don't think we have chips in there. Well, I don't know, we can reactivate. Sunflowers, I know we can do oils in there. Sugar beet, soya, yes, I think we can work with. Cotton, I don't think we need to. So let's leave it for that, at that for now. We'll produce those for now and we'll see how we go with that. Do we need to, how much water? It's got just under 400,000 litres of water, which is only about half full. Right, so we need to get back and fill that up in as soon as we can. It's okay for right now. Right. Okay, so let's just go. It's a little bit disappointing because I was hoping that it would at least be turned around so that we were on the right side. Not a serious problem. Just don't rush through. So it doesn't quite make, but you know, as I said earlier on, as long as we can get into a reasonable area where it's pretty easy to just drive up to the directly. If it's on the right side, then we can drive the tractor or the. Just going to manually harvest this little bit of area here. And then we'll put it back onto the worker, and we'll bring the bring the pickup back to the farm and put the trailer onto it, and then we'll go and refill that water, fill it up to 400,000, so we don't have to worry about it for a little while. Put it back onto the worker, and off we go. So I didn't think that this pickup was going to be worth anything because of its speed and the distances we're covering here. Becoming quite nifty. Oh, and I wanted, there's a harbour on this map. I want to go and deliver to there as soon as. So I don't think there's a train on the map, but there's a harbour that can take goods. Looking forward to delivering there. That may be a couple of episodes down the drag. Oopsie. Pull in front of him. I might do a delivery there quite early, actually, just to it doesn't hook up. Yeah. Oh dear. I think we've got the big fence still. We'll put it on that. Switch that off. Let's just trot over here and go get the fence out. Oh, we've got the dates file as well. We're not using the dates file. It'd be cheaper to run that one, wouldn't it? Drive through sheds. Lovely. All the things I like. No nasty reversing. I don't mind reversing. It's only these trailers with front axle that swivel axles. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Never mastered them, and probably never will master reversing them. So wherever possible on those, drive in one way, drive out the other. That's the way to handle that trailer. Of course, the big advantage of these trailers is that they are brilliant in confined spaces. But that's not an issue on this map. Space is certainly not an issue. So the other thing that I found, compared to the center fields, the outer fields, the outer pieces of land are relatively expensive. Just pull over here and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So let's just go back into the. So let's just take this piece of land next to us here. Field 31. If you look at the size of that, it's 191,000 compared to that for 341,000. So there's a bit of field 30, 68,000. Field 25, 181. Field 22, 151. BGA, 321. Compared to the 400,000 for those fields. So yeah, relatively expensive compared to the main fields. But there may come a time when it's necessary for us to deal with that. just about full on the combine again. We'll just get this parked up and then we'll tab on back to the main truck or the harvester, whichever comes up first. Right, here we are here. I wonder if we can get this going. It'll continue going after. Right, let's go and have a look at the harvester. Yeah, it's just not quite making it, but that's an ideal position. Now I'm wishing I hadn't decided to play with crop destruction on. But no, we're definitely playing with it on. There's only 8,000 litres in this tanker, so it's going to take a while to fill up the rest of that 400,000 litres or whatever. So what else can we... I don't think we'll get into forestry and that type of stuff in this series. As I said, we can, but I mean, we're going to have to spend lots of money, make lots of money first to buy those plots of land, which in most cases would be over halfway or very close to halfway of buying one of the fields. So I don't know whether that makes much sense in terms of playing that type of strategy. I think it's probably best to get the field that we own now working. This harvest should bring in quite a bit. We'll fill up all our productions with whatever we can, and then work from there. Work from all the wheat, from all the wheat harvests. So we'll put the wheat into our production unit, fill that up, and then sell whatever is left over and above that. Well, I think there is some grain storage on the farm as well, so I might put it into storage, then just sell product, you know. But we're going to have to find grass. We don't have a grass field. I think there's quite a bit of grass probably around the field, also around the cattle area. So that's the other consideration. We get the milk into the production unit. We'll get sugar beet from here. We'll get soya from here. Sunflowers. We can make some oil. I think there's oil production on the farm. And then we can get those finished products sold and try and make that our main source of income. Of course, we can sell any excess product once we're happy that we've got enough to keep ourselves going. We've only got one field, so So I think the first thing is to get another field and get that producing, so that then we can have a field just supplying our units. Oh, this thing empties so quickly that I keep missing it. Right, you're back with me now. And just going to jump into the harvester, take it off the worker and go and fill it up. I think we should just about have a full load by now. If not a full load, very close to. Then we'll go and take it through to our productions and go and get some production started. Get this converted into flour, and then we'll get the flour turned into bread, and I think bread is going to be our first saleable product. Might be in the next season, the next month. Of course, that's also going to be where we need to try and maximize our systems as we go along, because we're going to need to look to see where how we can optimize our sales of goods into the easy years. We'll get more money for them. So those are considerations that we'll need to take. I think there are going to be times when we're just going to have to sell because we're going to need the money. I think I'll just see if I can finish this off without going too far wrong, and then see if we can get that onto the back of the trailer. So we can set it off back down the track with the empty hopper. Feeling as these plans don't always work, but still. Don't know until you try it. Oops. Yep, it's empty. Right, so we'll set this off back on the worker down. Might get we'll get closer to the end of the run. Well, there wasn't much there that had to be emptied out, so I mean, we've hardly scratched the surface of this field. Oh dear. Alright, let's get out. Okay, so we don't have too far to go to deliver this. Let's cross the road. Before that, let's just have a look and see how we set up. Where is the trigger? There it is there. So just remember that the trigger is just over that. Right, so we're going to do wheat to flour. So we'll activate that. We need to put flour incoming, so outgoing flour we need to put to distributing. Distributing. And then do we have Now we need to find the where's the interactive markers on again. Right, let's go here. I think this is the production unit now. So barley, sugar, pig food. No. So wheat to flour. Oh, there's the bread there. So we need to activate bread. Oh, what are we doing? Bread. Activate. Right, so we've got, just go through this again. So we've got wheat. We're going to put wheat in. It's going to be changed to flour. Once we've got flour, it's going to distribute. So it'll distribute back to itself, hopefully. And then we should get income for bread, which will be flour coming in. And hopefully bread going out. Well, I hope that's the way it works. We're going to find out. Let's go and put that in. Get those off again. Come and check up it a bit later. So I don't know if you've seen in the time lapse, we've got quite a bit more water into the huge garden, and we'll go back and check up on that and have a closer look at that in a little while. Just get this offloaded. Yeah, so we're going to have to just keep checking on things to make sure that we've got product in the right place, and so it's basically it's very much a supply chain operation, isn't it? Really. I don't know, I'm finding it kind of interesting. You know, even though it gives you time to concentrate purely on the operation side of things. There's not too much that you have to worry about in terms of intricacies of actual farming, or certainly not to start with. I mean, there will come time when we have to decide whether we fertilize or not, and weed and all those type of things, but we'll do all the natural stuff, things that you would normally do as far as we can. I'm just thinking stones means we'll have to plough up these lands. We don't have a plough yet, so that's another issue. Right, let's get down here. Let's have a look and see what we've got going with the water on the open air garden. Open air garden large. Huge, should be not large, huge. So we've got how much water going in there? Oh, where are we now? In the wrong place now. Come on. What am I doing? all fingers and thumbs again. Where was I now? What was I doing? There we go. Open air garden water. So we've got 784,000 litres in there. We'll just do that for a little while longer, and we'll come back to you in a little while. Right, you're back with me. There's over 878,000 litres of water in there. I think that's enough for now. It'll keep us going for a while. Get this back, and it should be just about in time to catch the next full load on the harvester, and then once we've offloaded that, we can go and see what the process has been in the production unit. We should get an indication of whether the supply chain is working or not, or whether we have to tweak it, or if we've got it wrong, or we'll soon find out. Yes, so it'd be interesting to see what you guys think about this map down in the comments. I think it's got something going for it. I don't, not sure that everybody's going to see it that way, but I certainly think this thing's going for it. I've enjoyed making this first episode. I've enjoyed the challenges of trying to do things on this scale. Feels big. It is big. It's not. It's not like there's not any options. It's very clear the way the map wants to be played. But it's not like you don't have options to do other things. And the things that it's missing, maybe the aesthetics of countryside, if you want to put it that way. In other words, there's no ups and downs. There's no around the corners. There's little bits of village around the edge of the map, but yeah, this is a map that's made to have FS22 played on it. That's the way I see it. And to challenge you to make the best of OmaTana's style of productions, and indeed style of buildings as well. The farms look quite nice, but they are very functional. They're very well laid out, very almost industrial, you'd want to say. Then you have things like, the house has still got playground for the kids and all that type of stuff. Right, let's jump out here. Put it onto the trailer, little unhook. Continuing problem with that. Right, let's go and have a look in the productions. Right, so we've got 41,000 worth of wheat in there. We do have flour coming in. We do have flour going out and then coming in, so that's right. Flour coming in. I don't know whether we'll have bread coming out yet. Yes, there we go, bread coming out. So the production is working. Right, I think that's where we're going to end this episode for today. Do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe. And as I said, be interesting to read your comments on what you think of this map. It's as I've been saying, it's something that when I first looked at it and I thought, is it going to work? Kind of strangely it does. For me it does. It's been interesting. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And cheerio.